So we are up beside the caravan today. It's going to be a really short one. It's just going to be replacing one of these nuts on your awning. If you're anything like me, this is the second time I've done this. The first time because it just fell out and I lost it, and you know, not my fault, I swear. Last time I was heading out, I backed this off and there is basically a flat nut in there. I'll give you a look at what that looks like. And just for the interest of you know, getting it well and truly backed off, I just kept going. This thing fell out, the nut falls out the bottom, you're buggered. When you go to extend these up, when you're camping, to lock your awning out, you obviously can't do that if you haven't got one of these. I've just bought some replacements. I'm going to show you how to put those in. There's a little bit of a technique to it. It's a little bit of faffing about, but it's pretty easy. Let's go and have a look. To do the job, realistically, all you need is a flathead screwdriver of medium size. Depending on your awning, you may or may not need something to sit on. I've just got my old milk crate. You want to be down low, get comfortable. You can probably sit on the ground if you need to. Because mine won't separate like the old one did, I'm going to have to be basically down at this height. So something to sit on that's nice and low will make things a little bit easier for you. So this is where we need to be, and there's our helper as per always. So what I've gone and done is just, I picked up a set of these off eBay. These are just the replacements. It cost me around about 25 bucks. They are the Carefree brand, and it's referred to as a brace knob with clamp. So that's what you're after if you need to go and search. Brace knob with clamp. To keep the clamp, which is in the caravan somewhere, but what we actually want is this flat washer. Now realistically, you might be able to get away with just getting yourself a round washer or something, putting maybe a riv nut or something through it. Because we're 2 in the pack for your 25 bucks, so now I've got 2 of these. And this is realistically the bit you need. We need to slide that up into this arm here, and then get that knob lined up and that screw in, and then that's how the mechanism works. That sits in the arm, and then when you tighten that up, that just clamps those together and you're good to go. Obviously, if you back that too far out, like I've done in the past, that comes out, or if you get it just to right the end, you know, with vibrations driving, that pops out, that goes, and you're buggered. I'm hoping that you know how to operate your awning on your caravan. So what we need to do is just lift this out of this section as if you're going to stand it upright. Because what we need to do is be able to access this inside point, and doing this just makes it a little bit easier. So what we need to do is to feed this up into here, and there is a little hole here that we need to get this lined up with, then get that bolt to go in. So I'm just going to sit that there so we can get you a closer look. And you can see on the back there, there's the hole we need to line up with. That's going to go in there just like that. This up in here, like that, and get that high enough to be able to line up with the back of that hole, and then get that bolt to go through it. So there's a little bit of a technique. The previous one that I did this on was my old one, and I was able to take this whole section out. So if you can take this whole section out, drop it out the bottom, and it just makes it a little bit easier to work, because obviously you can see we're now working on an angle. It just makes it a little bit difficult to mess about with. Have this handy, because you're going to need to grab that. You can work with this either way. You can either have that with the raised part facing forward, which I recommend, because what that does actually slides into the groove and then keeps that in place. So all you really need to do is apply forward pressure to it like that. So just get yourself a flathead screwdriver, pop it up, push it in behind, that'll keep it in the groove, and just apply forward pressure enough for that thread just to start to grab, and then once it grabs you can take the screwdriver off and it'll hold itself in place. So just pop that up in there, get that section into the hole. So just get your flat nut, pop it up, and you'll see that that will sit into that groove just like that. And all you need to do is keep that pressure on the back to keep it in place, slide it up with the screwdriver, get in line with that hole, and you're good to go. If you put it in flat like that, what you're going to find is that's going to move all over the place. Get it with that in that groove like that, put your screwdriver on the back and slide her up. Take her up far enough for that to line up. And we are looking about there. Just keep some forward pressure on it. Just start screwing her in. And like I said, once it grabs, you can take that screwdriver out and it's in. And all you need to do is just keep tightening her up and job's a good one. Now remember, don't be an idiot like me, just undo that enough so this slides and goes backwards and forwards. You don't need to back it all the way off like I've done in the past, and that's why I lost it. When I take the caravan out now, I'm going to be able to slide that up and hold that awning out. It works alright with one out, but obviously if you get a bit of wind or something, it's good to have that tension on both sides. Not much to today's video, just an easy fix. 25 bucks for a set of brace knobs with clamps, and that's how you fit it. Literally, you know, a couple of minute job. If I've lost two in the 3 or 4 years that I've had the caravan, I reckon I'm going to do it again. So I'll take it out of that, I'll do that, and that'll sit in a drawer inside. I was part way through doing a video on a replacement of a solar panel on the Pajero and the re-installation of the water tank. Unfortunately, I went to Bunnings and I grabbed some bolts to do the job, but I've grabbed those stupid security bolts which have like a torque nut with a hole in the end, so I can't actually tighten them up. So I got the poops, I packed all that away, I threw everything back in the back of the Pajero, and I thought while I'm out here I'm going to get this awning sorted out, and then that Pajero video will probably come up next week or so. Hopefully that was helpful. Catch you on the next one. Cheers.